Forbes just posted, Trump confirmed a Bitcoin reserve plan, and there's a $15 trillion price boom predicted. We're going to be talking about this, talking about some of the other news in the market. We have a lot of stuff to cover. Stay through to the end of the video. The fact is, this is getting crazier and crazier every day, and you do not want to miss out on any piece of news. So hit the bell notification so you know right when I post a video. If you want to trade crypto, I think now is a great time to be trading crypto. There's a link to BTCC underneath the video. I've been able to make life-changing gains leverage trading this cycle. Of course, though, make sure you understand the risks and understand what leverage trading is. But check out BTCC, and you get a 10% deposit bonus on first-time deposits and lower trading fees. They don't KYC, no VPN necessary. Of course, always do your own due diligence. Read the terms and conditions. Michael Saylor confirmed again. They're doing another buy. The last, I think it's 6 weeks in a row, they've bought billions of dollars of Bitcoin, and they announce, well, Michael Saylor's pretty much been saying it every Sunday, and then they announce on Monday, and then, there's multi-billion-dollar buys every single week. He still has a lot of money left as well to do these buys with, a lot of shares that they can sell at the money. I think they still have maybe $7 billion that's approved. 7 to 9. And then also they can issue these convertible notes. And the fact is he wants to continue buying forever. So I think as long as the share price is at a premium, they're going to continue. And as long as Wall Street wants these bonds, these 0% convertible bonds, I think he's going to continue to buy Bitcoin hand over fist as much as he can. Right now, we're in this period where everyone wants in on MSTR. And right now, too, there's a lot of good news. I would not be surprised to see MSTR pumping hard tomorrow, unless Bitcoin takes a dip, which right now it's at near all-time highs. It's within $1,000, actually $600 of all-time highs. The fact is, I think with the news that they're going to be added to the QQQ, we're going to see a lot of people try to front-run those few billion dollars that are going to flow in on the 23rd of December. And we also got the change to FASB accounting rules. That's another big thing that's bullish for MicroStrategy. Now they'll actually be able to show the gains of their Bitcoin, which I think they're around 20 billion, 30 billion, something like that off the top of my head. I'd have to double check. But they obviously have made a ton of money from buying Bitcoin on the dip. And actually, I might be off on those numbers a little bit, but they have 400,000 Bitcoin, 423,000 Bitcoin that they acquired for right about $60,000, I believe. So, yeah, now they have 25 billion worth of buys, and it's worth about $44 billion. So they're going to show a massive gain in the next couple quarters. So, yeah, I'd be expecting a pump there. Also, we know that US ETFs purchased 21,300 Bitcoin last week. That's 10 times the mine supply. So what happens when demand meets an inelastic supply? Price skyrockets up. And we have more news of massive buys coming here soon. But look at this. The 8-week cumulative amount of Bitcoin bought hit all-time highs. This is in billions, almost 17, $18 billion over the last 8 weeks. Think about that. $20 billion of Bitcoin bought, and barely any has been mined. And a lot of the Bitcoin that has been mined has just been held because no one wants to sell right now. Vivek shows this Trump confirmed Bitcoin reserve plans, $15 trillion price boom predicted. I actually just made a video on this the other day because what they talk about in this article is the fact that Jim Cramer talked to Trump when he rang the bell for the market open earlier this week and said, we have this strategic petroleum reserve. You think the same thing's going to happen with Bitcoin? And Trump said basically, yeah, I think so. We're going to make crypto great again and bring people to the U.S. There's also a $15 trillion prediction. Eric Trump also talked about $1 million Bitcoin during his dad's presidency. Now, the founder of the Crypto Trade Association says that if Donald Trump is successful in putting forth a lot of proposals that he's proposed to the community, the sky's the limit for Bitcoin because there's a fixed supply, basically saying the stock to flow could go up to $800,000 by the end of next year. I'd be happy with that. I mean, imagine you're one of these sellers that's selling at 100,000 and we move up to 800,000. Imagine that amount of pain. Dennis Porter also confirms that Trump is exploring an executive order creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The Treasury, through the Exchange Stabilization Fund, has the authority to stabilize the dollar by buying currencies. Trump will use this fund to buy Bitcoin. The Exchange Stabilization Fund, based on at the U.S. Treasury, they say this fund is a special fund operated by the United States Treasury Department. It was established by the Gold Reserve Act of 1934 with the primary objective of stabilizing the value of the U.S. dollar. And from what I saw, I looked up the balance sheet. They have about $211 billion on the balance sheet right now. So this could be how they start buying Bitcoin. Maybe they funnel more money in. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But the fact is they have different tools in place to start buying Bitcoin. And it could start with just them saying, hey, we're just going to hold our Bitcoin. We're not going to sell it anymore. I still think that would help the market. But I think eventually there will be buying. Dennis Porter also says that he's glad to hear that Jack Mallers is hearing the same thing, that Trump administration is looking to use the ESF to create the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. So yeah, there are multiple people hearing about this, tweeting about it, pushing it out to the media. And just going back to this Forbes article, how crazy is it that Forbes is talking about a $15 trillion Bitcoin, right? We have so many large financial institutions, news sites that are forcing people to start looking at Bitcoin, right? Like you have to consider it at this point. We also have Thailand apparently studying the potential of Bitcoin as legal tender. Former Thailand Prime Minister says that his son, the current PM, may assign the Ministry of Finance to study whether to accept Bitcoin or not as legal tender. How cool would that be if if a larger country, how cool would that be if another country starts accepting Bitcoin as legal tender? Apparently, he also said that Bitcoin is going to $850,000. And at the same time, we have David Bailey, who is the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine and the Bitcoin Conference, going and taking pictures with China Pacific Insurance, which I did a little bit of digging. They're a $40 billion, the equivalent of $40 billion market cap. Now, why would he be going over there? They're holding Make America Great Again hats. Maybe they're going to be buying some Bitcoin too. That is my guess, or there's something there that's similar. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think this market is going to continue moving up. Now, we're going to have volatility, right? We're going to have dumps. We're going to have altcoins shed some market cap. But overall, I think this is a great spot to be in. I think we're in a great spot to be in. And I can't think of anything more bullish than nations and large, hedge funds and companies buying Bitcoin, right? Asset managers pushing Bitcoin, RIAs continuously approving their financial advisors to start buying Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETFs, to start talking about it with clients. Like, this is a multi-stage thing. This is not, there's one piece of news and then there's nothing for a year. We're getting news every single day that the market's open. And even on the weekends, we're hearing rumblings of different pieces of news, but we're getting news every single day. More people are getting access to Bitcoin. More people are buying Bitcoin. The scarcity is only getting worse, better. I don't know. There's only more scarcity day after day. Of course, there are more Bitcoin, but the fact is there's more Bitcoin lost every single day. And there are more people that are buying it. They have no reason to sell it. Right? Like, if you're a country, you don't really have a reason to sell it unless it's just procedure to sell it. If you start accumulating this, you're not looking to sell it in a year. You're not looking to sell it in 5 years. You're not flipping Bitcoin. You're not playing the cycles. You're not trying to trade against your country or your citizens. You're just buying and holding for the long term. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, check out BTCC if you want to trade. You can trade, you can copy trade, you can spot trade, you can also futures trade down there with leverage. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all in the next one.